Hello and welcome to the Mariana Dalto Show, the podcast where small business owners share their stories, insights, and strategies for success. In today's episode, I am going to share how to get leads to grow your business and share some knowledge to make you aware of some key marketing strategies that will make you think differently about marketing and how efficiently you can leverage podcasting not only to market your own business but to save time with marketing on social media. So, before I start, and for those that are new to my podcast, I wanted to share briefly my background and how I help people to grow their businesses. My name is Mariana Dalto. I've been in corporate marketing for over 20 years. My journey as a coach started 3 years ago with Brooke Castillo as a life coach from the Life Coach School. And then I transitioned to business coaching because I love marketing and sales, and I wanted to do a different type of coaching for my clients. I am also a Grant Cardone's licensee and a certified business coach with Marketing Made Simple. And this coaching firm is led by Donald Miller and Dr. J.J. Peterson. They are both known for the framework of clarifying your marketing message. Now, that is one of the issues that I see a lot on business owners. They are great at what they do, but they need a little bit of help to communicate to their customers and how they can help them. So here's where I come in to do some work on their marketing. In my case, I help small business owners to grow their businesses through marketing and sales strategies to acquire new leads so that they come on Monday morning to work and see how their inbox is full of leads. So that's kind of my goal. And I'm also a funnel builder. I enjoy building websites and funnels, and I use the ClickFunnels platform for building funnels. Um, I really enjoy doing that. It really gives me a lot of creativity, and I enjoy helping clients understand, the type of funnel that will work for them. We talk about their strategies, and we'll talk about what is it that they can leverage better in order to get leads and sales. So now for the topic for today, it's about how to build your brand message and share your content on social media, leveraging podcasting while saving time on promoting your business. So, my goal is to give you a shortcut for your business growth. Now, that doesn't mean that you do less work, but you will be optimizing your time and focusing on, on creating revenue for your business. That's basically the goal. So I will share key marketing strategies to simplify your marketing efforts so you can use your time strategically and spend, more time doing the work you love, doing the most to help your clients and stop being stressed out about how you need to promote your business so that you get leads. Now, before I start sharing the marketing strategies, I want to set the playing field that we are all right now in the same situation, trying to get attention online. And why do I say that? 90% of the data in the world today was created in the past 2 years. And that's crazy, right? With all AI and everything is like growing by the minute. And consumers, need to have about 30 touch points before they really convert and decide to buy your product. So it used to be in the single digits, but now it's like it takes a little bit more time. And then you only have about 3 to 5 seconds to capture customers' attention online. And this is why, having a clear communication on your website is key, not to mention your email communications and what you post on social media. And lastly, ad costs have increased 3 times in the past 10 years. So leveraging other methods to grow your audience is probably a good way, to complement ad spend. So in order to stand out in the crowd, also I wanted to share the 10x commandments of marketing from Grant Cardone, who is the one who really created those and really leveraged those for his business, and his business grew exponentially. So, one, money follows attention. That is so important to market your business. Two, Best known always beat best. This means you can be the best in providing your products or services, but if you don't promote your products, if or your business, the person who's down the street who might be doing that more consistently will be the one getting the customers. Second, assume no one sees your information online. And this is key because people think, oh, I already posted one time and that's, it's done. But there's so much noise. People don't see the messages. So you really need to be consistent. You really need to really do a lot of thinking on and be strategic on what you post online. And that's why podcasting helps you with that. Four, attention is the most valuable currency. So if you get attention, you will see the results in your business. People will be aware of about you and what you offer, and if you have a clear marketing message, then you will be successful. Five, repeat successful actions. Repeat what has worked well in your business from a marketing and sales standpoint. This means you need to track your data to know what's working, so then you continue doing that, or if it's not working, stop doing that or adjust your strategies, in order to make progress. Six, speed is senior to quality. This is important. If a customer is connecting with you, because he or she found you online, the sooner you connect with that customer, the higher likelihood will be for you to convert the customer if you have the right product that solves the customer's problem, right? So also speed is important, to go to market fast. I've seen clients taking a long time putting their websites or funnel up. And yes, it needs to be done right, but you also need to put it online and evolve and improve the messaging within your marketing collateral. You got to put it up and learn from what's working and what's not working while that marketing is connecting with the customers. So taking action fast is key for growth. Seven, marketing is senior to sales. This one is so important in order to, because in order to get a sale, first you need a lead. Without the lead, you have no one to talk to convert them. So once you have the lead, then you need to make sure you do the right follow-ups with your prospect. Otherwise, the lead dies very fast. Eight, frequency comes before greatness. This is a great point for everyone in life and in business. If you have a business and you need to get better at it, the more you service your clients, the better you do your job, right? And the better you do business with them. Now, from a marketing standpoint, the more frequent you promote your company, the better results you will get. And from a customer point of view, they like to see that a business is consistent, that they say what they do what they say. They gives them trust, and they can see that you follow through on your promises. 9, no one can blow a deal. What I mean by that is, don't have fear to take action. You can always course correct while you are running your business. This is how you get better and you serve your clients best. And 10, and this is super important, be omnipresent. I cannot enforce enough these points. You have to be promoting your business as much as you can. If people don't know you, they can't buy from you. A few of the easiest ways to do this, is with podcasting or social media and being on stages, right? If you can be on a physical stage, the connection that you have with your audience is invaluable. Always in person or showing your face is way more impactful than just writing something. If you leverage digital stages, like you can do webinars or challenges or podcasting, these are great ways to promote your brand and your products. And social media helps you spread that information with ease, right? So to drive your marketing to the next level, remember these 10X commandments from Grant Cardone. Believe me, these are going to be very helpful. Also, in your customer journey, you will move people from different stages, within marketing. In the beginning, first, they don't know you. They know of you. Then you go to the next stage where they follow or visited your website, so they're getting familiar with you a little bit. Maybe they heard your podcast or they saw you on YouTube. in some point in the journey, you offer free value, or you give them the option to opt in to a free resource, and that's how you keep connecting with them and connecting, following up with them. And this can lead to start building the business from getting the lead to really getting a customer. And if they're happy, also if the customer is happy with your services, they will advocate for you, and then they will refer you, and then you will get more clients because they will refer you with their circle of people, right? Now let's switch gears now a little bit, and let's talk about how to effectively generate leads with your own podcast show. And that's something that I really want to emphasize. It's undeniable that having your own podcast or being a guest on someone else's podcast provides great visibility for your brand and for your business. And why do I say that? Because having relationships is the number one way to grow your business. And podcasting is the number one way to grow relationships. Also, having your own podcast is the biggest connector to powerful leaders. So you build the relationships all over in this stage. I strongly believe that having your own stage, can help, build your own personal network and expand your reach with a global audience. I also think that building those relationships can help building collaborations, and that leads eventually to business growth, right? And new friendships too. Since I started my podcast, I met wonderful people that I wouldn't be able to meet if I haven't launched my show. So I'm really grateful for that. Podcasting also helps to build your personal brand, and it helps establish you as an authority in your industry. I love the fact that having your own stage gives you the opportunity to interview the people you want to connect with or even learn from, right? Maybe there's some leaders that you really admire and you would like to have them on your podcast. It really expands your mind and your point of view. And in my experience, I get to learn, a lot of things from these amazing business owners who are coming to my show. Plus, it motivates me to be a better leader as well in my industry. And who doesn't like to make money? You can monetize your efforts building your email list and communicating your products and offers to your audience. Now, if you're already thinking, I like this idea of podcasting, but how does this really work? I want you to consider these 5 strategies that can help you grow your audience and your business with podcasting. So let's go to strategy number 1. In marketing, having a clear call to action on your website or on the funnel, on any presentation or any speaking engagement or on a podcast show is super, super important. There are many ways that a call to action can be leveraged, right? You can offer like a free information in a PDF format. You can do free products. You can offer free products for people to test your products that you sell. You can offer discounts. Whatever you offer, the goal is to provide value to the audience. If you are doing a podcast show, you want to encourage your listeners to sign up for your email list by maybe offering something of value in return. Now, your marketing message needs to be aligned with the podcast episode. You can't just give something that has nothing to do with what you're doing. The second strategy is building relationships. Use your podcast to build a trusting relationship with your audience. Share insights, stories, and advice that resonate with your listeners. This connection can encourage them to take the next step and engage with you and in your business in the future. You can also promote your email list, right? You can regularly remind your listeners to listen to your podcast, and also let them know about the upcoming episodes and anything new that is coming your way. You can also promote your podcast in different social media channels. I personally use YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. I use different platforms to promote, my podcast, and that way I reach a wider audience, and they have different type of customers that you might reach, and that will be part of your strategy, right? Plus, it helps with SEO a lot. And fifth, you can host webinars or free classes, and that could be another way, that could be related to your podcast topics. You can promote events on your podcast and encourage the listeners to to go to those web classes. So by implementing these strategies, you can effectively generate leads and build a loyal audience through your podcast. If you need help to get your podcast platform set up, or you need any guidance from planning your show, from planning to recording to launching and using the podcast as a vehicle for social media, so you can spend less time planning your social media marketing and content, and more time enjoying your summer, then I have a solution for you. I'm offering a summer podcast bundle where you get 2 programs for the price of one. In less than a week, you get your podcast up and running, and you can start growing your business. If you want to learn more information about these programs, you can go to marianadalto.com /podcast. And I will also provide you with a social media checklist. It's a resource that I will put it in the show notes that will help you get organized once you have your podcast live, because that will help you improve how you use social media, and how the podcast can help you do your marketing without spending so much time, right? And the software that I leverage is really simple to use and very, very easy to operate. So thank you again for tuning in. Make sure to check out our show notes for all the details that I mentioned today. And then don't forget to subscribe and leave a review if you enjoy this episode. And I'm excited to see you in our next show. Take care.